What if I told you that in a single year, Rome saw 6 different emperors on its throne? The year was 238, a time that historians have dubbed the Year of the 6 Emperors. Imagine the instability, the uncertainty of it all. Rome, the Grand Empire, caught in a whirlwind of political chaos, an intricate dance of power, ambition, and survival. In the span of those 12 tumultuous months, the imperial throne was not a seat of power, but a precarious perch that teetered on the edge of a precipice. The usual order was upended, the familiar rhythm of power disrupted. By any measure, it was a unique time in Roman history, a year that saw an unprecedented flurry of claimants to the imperial throne. Now, amongst this chaos, 2 figures rose to prominence, Pupienus and Balbinus. But who were they, and what role did they play in this turbulent year? Stay tuned as we delve into their intriguing tale. Pupienus and Balbinus, 2 names that would become intertwined in the annals of Roman history. Pupienus, born Marcus Claudius Pupienus Maximus, hailed from a wealthy equestrian family. His sharp intellect and astute political acumen propelled him through the ranks of Roman politics, leading him to the esteemed position of consul twice before his imperial nomination. On the other hand, Balbinus, born Decimus Caelius Calvinus Balbinus, was a member of an old patrician family. His career was equally illustrious, having served as consul and city prefect prior to his ascension. Their paths crossed in the year 238, during the tumultuous period known as the Year of the 6 Emperors. The Roman Empire, plagued by political instability, was a cauldron of ambition and treachery. The assassination of Emperor Maximinus Thrax left a power vacuum that needed to be filled. The Senate, desperate to restore order, made an unprecedented decision. They elected Pupienus and Balbinus as co-emperors, marking the first time in Roman history that 2 emperors would rule jointly by senatorial decree. Their alliance, however, was not born out of personal friendship or shared political ideology. In fact, Pupienus and Balbinus were known to be rivals, their mutual respect overshadowed by a palpable tension. Nevertheless, they were united by a common goal: to stabilize the empire and restore its glory. Each brought his distinct strengths to the table. Pupienus, with his military experience, was tasked with defending the empire against the barbarian invasions, while Balbinus, with his administrative expertise, was entrusted with managing the affairs of the city. Together they presented a united front, symbolizing a new era of shared power. Yet, their joint rule was not met with universal acceptance. The Praetorian Guard, Rome's military force, was particularly discontented, having favoured Gordian III, the young grandson of Gordian I, for the throne. This discontentment was a harbinger of the trials that lay ahead for the co-emperors. Their ascension marked a pivotal moment, but their reign was fraught with challenges and tensions. Now, co-emperors Pupienus and Balbinus had to navigate a Rome rife with political instability. In the midst of chaos, Pupienus and Balbinus ascended to a throne that was less a seat of power and more a hotbed of peril. As co-emperors, they attempted to partition their responsibilities to effectively govern the empire. Pupienus, the elder of the 2, took charge of military matters, while Balbinus, known for his eloquence and wisdom, focused on civil affairs. A strategic division indeed, but one that was born out of necessity rather than choice. Their reign, albeit brief, was characterized by a relentless pursuit of stability. They attempted to restore faith in the imperial office, which had been tarnished by the rapid succession of emperors. Their efforts were, however, constantly undermined by the pervasive political instability and the lurking threats from different factions. An empire as vast and diverse as Rome was a melting pot of aspirations, ambitions, and allegiances. And the co-emperors found themselves in the unenviable position of having to quell dissent and manage expectations. The Praetorian Guard, the emperor's personal protection force, posed a particularly potent threat. Historically, the Guard had a significant influence on Roman politics, often playing kingmaker. Their loyalty, unfortunately for Pupienus and Balbinus, was not guaranteed, and the co-emperors had to tread carefully, lest they provoke the ire of this powerful faction. Their reign was a delicate balancing act, a constant juggle of power and diplomacy. They walked a tightrope, striving to maintain equilibrium in a Rome that was teetering on the edge. They understood the gravity of their roles and the precariousness of their positions. A misstep could spell disaster, not just for them, but for the empire they were entrusted to safeguard. But as we know, power is a precarious thing, especially in a Rome teetering on the edge. Their reign, however short-lived, offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of governing during one of the most tumultuous periods in Roman history. Pupienus and Balbinus may have been co-emperors, but they were in essence co-conductors of a symphony that was perpetually on the brink of discord. In a world where alliances shift as quickly as the wind, the downfall of Pupienus and Balbinus was swift and bloody. The co-emperor's reign was anything but peaceful, marred by constant strife and political turmoil. They were caught in the grip of a world that was changing faster than they could control. Within just a few months of their joint rule, the Praetorian Guard, the imperial bodyguard, and a force to be reckoned with, grew resentful and restless. The seeds of discontent were sown. The Guard, accustomed to having their whims catered to by previous emperors, was dissatisfied with the austerity and discipline imposed by Pupienus and Balbinus. The co-emperor's fate was sealed on one fateful day in July of 238. The Praetorian Guard, fueled by resentment and ambition, staged a bloody coup. Pupienus and Balbinus were brutally assassinated. Their reign ended as abruptly as it had begun. The corridors of power were stained with their blood, and with them the last vestiges of their rule were swept away. In the aftermath of their assassination, the political landscape of Rome was thrown into chaos. The Senate, once the power brokers of Rome, were left scrambling to fill the power vacuum. Amidst this turmoil, a new figure emerged, ascending from the ashes of Pupienus and Balbinus's fallen rule. The young Gordian III, grandson of Gordian I, was proclaimed emperor by the Praetorian Guard. At just 13 years old, he became the youngest sole Roman emperor. The fall of Pupienus and Balbinus marked a turning point in the year of the six emperors. Their brief reign, though fraught with challenges, was a testament to their resilience in a time of extraordinary political instability. Their downfall, a chilling reminder of the transient nature of power and the swift turn of fortune's wheel. Thus ends the tale of Pupienus and Balbinus, their names forever etched in the tumultuous year of the six emperors. Their story, though marred by tragedy and strife, remains an integral part of the rich tapestry of Roman history. Despite their brief reign, Pupienus and Balbinus left an indelible mark on Roman history. Their legacy is not measured by the length of their rule, but by the impact they had on the Roman Empire's political landscape. Pupienus and Balbinus were chosen to rule in a time of unprecedented crisis. The empire was under attack from the Persians in the east and the Goths in the north. The economy was in shambles, and the Praetorian Guard, the very force meant to protect the emperors, was riddled with corruption and greed. It was in this chaotic backdrop that Pupienus and Balbinus were thrust into power. They may not have been able to fully restore Rome to its former glory, but their reign signified a crucial turning point. They marked the beginning of the end of the Praetorian Guard's unchecked power. Their unfortunate demise served as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked military power, ultimately leading to the disbandment of the Praetorian Guard several decades later. Their reign also brought about a shift in how emperors were chosen. The Senate, which had been sidelined for much of Rome's history, was given the authority to select the emperors. This was a significant step towards limiting the power of the military and preventing future coups. Despite these contributions, Pupienus and Balbinus are often overlooked in historical accounts. They are frequently overshadowed by more infamous rulers and the tumultuous events of the year of the six emperors. Yet their portrayal in historical and literary sources, albeit scarce, paints them as competent and well-meaning rulers who were simply dealt a bad hand. Their legacy is a testament to the fact that power in Rome was not absolute, and that even the highest position in the land could be fraught with danger. They served as a reminder that the empire was bigger than any one ruler, and that its survival depended on the collective strength of its people. And so, we remember them, not as mere footnotes, but as key players in the turbulent year of the six emperors. In the grand tapestry of Roman history, the year of the six emperors stands as a stark reminder of power's fleeting nature. This year, 238 Common Era, saw the swift rise and fall of Pupienus and Balbinus. United by the shared goal of stability, these seasoned politicians ascended to the imperial throne, navigating a sea of political uncertainty. Their reign, albeit brief, was marked by the quest for order amid chaos, yet their grip on power was tenuous. The Praetorian Guard, dissatisfied and restless, would ultimately precipitate their downfall, a grim testament to the volatility of the times. Pupienus and Balbinus, once at the helm of the Roman Empire, became footnotes in the annals of history. Yet their tale persists, a vibrant thread in the intricate weave of Rome's past. Their legacy underscores the tumultuous year of the 6 emperors, a pivotal period that shaped the future course of the empire. In the end, Rome survived, but the echoes of Pupienus and Balbinus's reign still resonate in the annals of history.